welcome to this class. Today we will discuss a case study in the one of the primary sectors of the economy with respect to agriculture. So you can look at economy as a primary sector, a secondary sector, and then a tertiary sector. The primary sector of the economy, agriculture, power, then transportation, infrastructure, all these come under the primary sectors of the economy. In the secondary sector of the economy comes manufacturing and all other allied industries. Then in the tertiary sector comes the services industry. So in the present day setup, what is happening with respect to India is that services is contributing more to the GDP. So according to rough indications, it is contributing nearly to 60% of the GDP of the country, so which is very substantial. So the services industry, mainly the IT enabled services, contributing the maximum chunk to the gross domestic product of the country. So in that tertiary sector contribution, again Bangalore is the highest, contributing to more than nearly 45% of this whole thing, which is extreme, again very substantial. Okay, so this is a small prelude before taking up this particular case study. The case study that I am taking up is with respect to this Oilseeds Growers Cooperative Society. This is also there in my case studies book. I would strongly suggest to you to kindly go through this case study. I am sure you will find it to be interesting. So now with this background, let us analyze this case study on oilseeds growers. If you look at the origin, history and growth of the company, Government of India in mid-80s started the technology mission on oil seeds and pulses, TMOP for short. So this TMOP for short was the one which the Government of India started. The reason for this, or the objective, was to enhance productivity in oil seeds and make India self-sufficient in edible oil. See, this was a very laudable objective. See, all these missions had very laudable objectives. Similarly, whether it was the white revolution, that is a milk industry, which helped in getting Amul into the marketplace. So Amul is contributing very heavily to this white revolution in the country. From Amul started branches of the states, in the sense that offshoots of the states. So these are called spin-offs. So you have in Karnataka, the Karnataka Milk Federation, KMF, again contributing substantially to this white revolution. Similarly in other states. On 22/8/1984, the government of Karnataka approved the implementation of National Dairy Development Board's project, restructuring edible oil and oilseeds production and marketing in Karnataka, keeping in mind the objectives laid down in the TMOP. So this is again an offshoot of this TMOP. So like KMF was an offshoot of the white revolution. So this restructuring edible oil and oil seeds production and marketing in Karnataka, again an offshoot of this TMOP in Karnataka. So the result of this was the birth of this Karnataka Cooperative Oilseeds Growers Federation Limited, KOF, the agency entrusted with the implementation of the project. It was registered on 26th October 84 under the Karnataka Cooperative Societies Act. So what is the main thing? A cooperative society, under the Cooperative Societies Act, this company was started, or this federation was started, KOF. And again, this project was inspired by the Anand model of milk cooperatives, that is the white revolution, designed to create an integrated copartite system of production, procurement, processing of oil seeds, and marketing of edible oil and its byproducts. So mainly created out of to market edible oil and its byproducts, basically an offshoot of the TMOP. So this, if you look at KMF also, it's basically an offshoot of the White Revolution, that is the Anand model of milk cooperatives. So each cooperative which is operating, it has its own board of directors running this. There has to be elections for this. So the KMF election witnesses a lot of competition, political interference, all those types of things. Similar might be the case with other state marketing federations as well. So this is the origin, this is the history of this company, that is the Karnataka Cooperative Oilseeds Growers Federation Limited, KOF for short. Now, what are the objectives of this federation? The objectives are to carry out activities conducive for economic and socio-economic development of oilseed growers by efficient marketing of commodities. So, the thrust is efficient marketing of commodities. So, this is where you are trying to ensure that the producer gets a fair price for his products. If you look at the birth of these hopcoms, it was also very similar. To prevent harassment of the growers by the middlemen, hopcoms came into being. So you supply all your vegetables, fruits and all this to hopcoms. There is no middleman involved in the process, and the grower gets the money directly from the buyer, that is the hopcoms. Now the same model is being adopted by others also in the field. Several wholesale organizations, you can call them wholesaler as well as a retailer, because he's selling it to you directly to the consumer. Whether it is a Big Bazaar or the Reliance Fresh or the Walmart or any other, name it, any other company. What are they trying to do? They are also trying to procure many of these vegetables, fruits, etc. directly from the growers. They are compensating them directly for their products. So what is the basic essential this thing is, they want to cut the middleman in the whole process. Suppose you cut the middleman, what is the advantage that you are going to get? The advantage that you are going to get is the end product pricing can be substantially lower. Once the middleman is there in the chain, then the middleman's costs also have to be taken into account before pricing the end product. So this stage, and this middleman's share is also very substantial. This chain you are cutting in the whole process so that the end consumer can get this product at a lower price. So, and all these other competitors are also adopting the same model. What is going to happen? Like you get your commodities from Big Bazaar, you get your commodities from Reliance Fresh, then it can be from this big basket or whatever. What is going to happen? There is again a competition between this wholesaler retailer type of business. Okay, so Big Bazaar is a wholesaler. He also operates like a retailer. He wants to cut the other retailers. Similarly with respect to Walmart and all. Suppose he is able to give a product at a lower price than the retailer, then it is very natural for the consumer to patronize Big Bazaar. They may not be patronizing the usual retailer. What is likely to happen? The small retail vendors like your push cart people or other types of sellers, growers, sellers, they may find it difficult to match the prices which is being offered by these types of wholesalers like this Reliance Fresh or this Big Bazaar, etc. So just to give you an example, yesterday, that is on the 21st of November 2019, the price of onions in Big Bazaar was at rupees 76. Whereas if you take the hopcoms, the price of onions was at rupees 88. So due to the costing of hopcoms, he is not able to provide these onions at rupees 76. So there is a 12 rupee difference, and the 12 rupee difference is substantial to attract the consumer to Big Bazaar. Okay. Not to mention that onion prices have got jacked up very heavily recently. So onions which were available at 20 rupees per kilo has registered a 4-time price hike in the market. So very recently it had touched nearing 100, now come down to this hovering around this range. Okay, so the second objective of this type of federation is to carry out activities of production, procurement and processing of commodities for economic development of oil seeds growers to the affiliated oil seeds unions. So this is operating for the state as a whole. For each part of the state there will be affiliated oil seeds unions which help these oil seeds growers to get a fair price. Then to develop and expansion into such other allied activities as may be conducive for the production of edible oil industry, improvement of land, increase of productivity of oil seeds per hectare, and economic development of those engaged in oil seeds production. So this is the thrust of this KOF. One is to carry out activities conducive for economic and socio-economic development of oilseed growers by giving them efficient marketing. Second is to carry out activities of production, procurement, and processing of commodities for economic development of oilseeds growers through the affiliated oilseeds unions. What are you getting out of these types of objectives? You are able to create substantial jobs. Kindly note that. Then to develop and expansion into such other allied activities as may be conducive for the promotion of edible oil industry. Again, it can be whether it is improvement of land, improvement of productivity, all those types of things. So whoever is in the oil seeds growers segment likely to get benefited by these actions, by these objectives. Okay.